Okay, it is Sunday, April 19th. Past our first frost date, but weather has changed. It's been the hottest week, and so far it's been in the mid 80s. I think we might have even gotten high 80s yesterday. So lots of things waking up and happening here. And then the weather has been changing, and it's very windy. And it's right now 43 degrees. And the high today is only supposed to be like 56. I think I killed my poor little thyme here. Probably should have cut it back a lot more. Maybe if I cut it back, it will survive. I've been transplanting a lot of things in preparation for our wall repair. So all of these guys here used to be strawberries and yarrow. I've left a couple things. This is the sea holly that's lost all its leaves for some reason. But it's been very dry, hot and dry. So I've actually been out here watering just about every day, as well as pulling up and transplanting. That's mainly why I've been watering every day, is for the transplants, to make sure they make it. And I was trying to wait until these irises are done blooming, but I may not be able to do that. The phlox is almost done, so I was trying to give it its time. I do still have to kind of get all this yarrow and figure out what to do with it. I think I'm going to put it in trays. Pretty little columbine back there. I do want to show off this corner right here, because I redid all of it the other day. Well, not all of it, the smaller plantings. I've been pulling the rocks off the wall. Let's just document where we are here, because this used to be two separate areas of damage. The middle section's kind of collapsing, and if we had to wait too much longer, I'm pretty sure our whole yard would collapse into the road, and that wouldn't be great. So we don't have a solid date yet for the start. Hoping maybe for next week, but we've been told no later than May 4th. We won't know until they're pretty much ready to go. I'm going to come around here real fast and look at that columbine. I feel like there might be some other things back here. But so yeah, we're about to lose everything up to the rock boundary, or abouts, of the pecan tree. So I did transplant a penstemon in here, and I think that was it. I don't think it's with us anymore. I think that might be Brazilian verbena coming back. Verbena, rather. But I'm not sure. I'll have to give it a minute. It looks a little different than the seedlings that I have. Columbine, she's doing well. I'm going to say this is from seeds that I had spread a while back. I did move some catmint under the plum tree here. I've moved strawberries all over the place. I will have to move more. The squirrels are also pulling them up, because that's what they do. So here's Weigela, number 1. Focus, please. Thanks. Little fig tree here, finally waking up. I put some strawberries around it, and probably half of them. Oh, no. Well, looks like maybe 3 are still surviving. Weigela number 2. It's mostly been about moving strawberries, and there's a bajillion of them, so if we lose some, I don't think it's any major deal. There are a lot of seeds in here that are not evening primrose. And I did put in some canna tubers that my neighbor graciously gifted me. She looks worse for the wear. That's a meadow rue. I keep saying meadow rue. I'm not sure if that's right, but it's rue. Just 2 penstemons there. Some gladiolus. Flagellar number 3. Hibiscus, that stick there is not up yet. But yeah, it doesn't look particularly happy. There's canna bulbs in here, but also lots of seeds. Where we dug our little swale, our little trench, there is, sorry, I don't know if it's like temperature change or what, making me sniff. Find my little tiny, looks like a zinnia popping up there. That's nice. That is a buddleia, butterfly bush, transplanted. It's tiny, but I put it in, I don't know, 2 years ago. But there's also a canna there. I need to build this area up some. There's a bunch of erosion, so the pipe was getting uncovered. So that's something to work on. Witch hazel, that made it through the winter. I'll walk back over here for a minute. And why are we not focusing, huh? Okay. Raspberry patch is coming up fast. This hasn't been watered at all, so it does what it wants here. As far as the watering I've gotten over here, I don't know if it's like the sudden temperature shift, because that was doing fine. That's a little sage that I transplanted, but it's looking a little sad. So canna there and maybe there are ones that just turned up in my yard. I don't know if that's thanks to a squirrel or, some tubers that have just been hanging out dormant. I don't know if that's a thing and they got uncovered enough to come up. I don't know how that works. But I hadn't planted them up until this year. And yeah, they came up last year. So I planted more with them when my neighbor gave me some more tubers. Forsythia here. Some catmint around Salavatski pomegranate that I think I need to do some more trimming on. Also the other pomegranate. My little sage, I was making a little tiny hedgerow. This one has shown no signs of life, so it may just be sticks. Do still have a couple others there. More cannas that might be making it. Some hollyhocks that are the progeny of last year's. A couple of those popping up random places. So those sages are still alive. We may have to separate them. I have some catnip there. More cannas. Irises looked really good, like yesterday. So I guess the wind is just doing a number on everything. But it did bring a little bit of rain, so that's cool because it's been, like I said, mid-80s, super dry. So everything has kind of suffered, but interestingly, it looks like the wind has done a number on some of the stuff more than the heat. Gardenia also needs a little trim. Let's see, like this pomegranate. And I'd noticed this before where the bark is starting to split in some places, so I think I need to come back and give her a haircut. Cut off some more of the ends, because I guess there was more damage than I thought. This guy finally decided to bloom. I don't know what our problem is with focusing today. And that is a sweet william, I think. But she flopped over because of the wind. So there's a couple of those guys in there. Calla lilies are starting to pop up. Peonies are starting to pop up. And and my Dracula dahlias making an appearance. So this is the original one that I've had in here for multiple years. I want to say this might be like Shirley Temple. I don't remember the variety, but it's essentially white with pink edges. I kind of thought she might have opened by now because she's had a moment, but I'd also planted like 3 years ago a variety pack of peonies. This is the first year they're blooming. So it looks like I've got a dark red one. That's very exciting. Or we'll see what happens when it blooms. I don't know what that is. But this one looks like it might be like a light or white. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, what is the focus doing here? Sorry. And then that's definitely some kind of pink, obviously. But that looks like a lighter color. So exciting things to come. We shall see what they are. And callas. That looks like a sweet pea happening right there. This is one of the penstemons and some yarrow that I transplanted. Cow lilies. That's definitely dianthus. Two of the Dracula dahlias popping up. I think the big one, this red one, yeah. We have our first little bit of growth there, so that's exciting. Viburnum has been doing really well, and then has lost a lot of petals, you can see. But she was putting on a pretty good show, which is exceptional, because last year we had almost no blooms. Lavender, or I think may have had none. The little trees I always forget about. Fig, that's a part of the tree that got split in the back from Helene, starting to come back. Red maple I also thought was dead. This is a blackberry I'm going to transplant one day that grew back essentially from a root fragment. Edgeworthia, paper bush. The flowers are pretty much done. Looks like she has some growth coming from the roots, and I think I'm going to leave that. Give it a bushier look. See our broken window that we're never going to fix. Irises popping up here. Gladiolus. These guys. It is cold. Hostas and heucheras. A little columbine. Look at that. And she's so pretty. Okay. And then I'll probably not spend too long here. Lots of hostas, heucheras, mondo grass, elderberry keeps having some loss of leaves, but seems overall happy. Oh, I was trying to make flowers. Thank you, elderberry. And chuka. This one I've already cut, and I feel like I'm probably going to have to cut it back more. It's wild. That was grown from a cutting. It's very enthusiastic. My first real successful propagation. Do have some columbines popping up here. My baby hostas. I think those are mouse ear hostas. Or maybe they're just young. I don't know, but I think they're a different variety. And these bigger blue hostas, little clumps of those. There's some columbine in there. You can see there's a bajillion tree seedlings that have to come in and pull up at some point. Heuchera. Oh, I forgot to look. There's a elderberry from cutting. Those have probably failed. But that one, that's the black lace, also from cutting, and that's literally from sticking a stick in the ground, taking a cutting, popping it in the dirt, and it just being good enough conditions to make it. So I probably will always be doing that. Columbines, hellebore, which is another columbine. Painted fern has made her appearance. Another elderberry. Heucheras, hellebore. They've been holding on to the blooms for a long time. I think they might actually be bracts, but anyway. Grrl, and then last, oak leaf hydrangea. Thank you for your service, ma'am. And we'll end with that.